Are we allowed to not enjoy this part? Are we, you know, as you're going through your spiritual journey, that there's ups, downs, there's all of that. But there's a lot out there that kind of makes you feel ashamed of being in a low place, right? Being low vibration or, you know, but very conscious and very present. Hello, welcome to the Presence Project. Very present to your shit, right? So, are we allowed to not like this part? Because we've done all kinds of work, all kinds of work, shadow work, you know, all the things. And if you haven't, if you're a brand new babe to this experience, like, I'm so proud of you for already being at this level. Like, you just either like you're very young, so that, like, you know, the wealth of universal intelligence is already in you, and like, great, and you're just like, it's still not easy for you, like, let's be real, and you're here, you clicked on this, we are connecting for that. But if you're on the younger side, just be very, very, for once in your existence in the world that is right now, feel a little bit proud and good about how you're progressing in this, and how you didn't have to wait until you were like, there's people, there's no shame in when you do it, right? And souls are, it just, limitless infinity, like, age does not matter, time is a construct, blah 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 blah. But on this human timeline thing, where we get a certain allotted time that we have no idea how long, to feel all the things, and to evolve however we're going to evolve to cause the expansion of the universe, uh for the universe to see itself and all of that. It's just interesting how younger generations really just are like, oh no, no, I get that part. That old stuff is, you know. But if you if you are still struggling, like, if it's, I'm not young, or I don't it took me a while, or it took me a few tragedies, to really say, okay, I need to focus on something else, because otherwise this isn't gonna work, this life thing. um then welcome, like literally we're all connecting in the same point here. And it's just this feeling of shame for not wanting to feel the way that you do. And it's not even like things getting you down, honestly. Like, if you have some outside circumstances, like, and or if you if you're looking at the world, like, don't do that, you know. If that's like it's so understandable for you to feel taken by the circumstances, right? Uh, I'm talking more about, because once you've been in the game a minute, then outside things are just like, oh yeah, of course you're gonna come at me a little bit negatively, or you just start to expect some things, and you start to, like, kind of spiritually prepare yourself. Uh, Ideally, you're not just blocking, that also doesn't work. But if you start with the blocking, to set some initial boundaries, like, whatever you gotta do, man, right? But my my biggest thought of today was, are we just like fighting the unknown of it all? Are we fighting the unknown? And that's the part that makes us uncomfortable. Like I'm just debating, like, how are you looking at it? Are you just uncomfortable not knowing what's going to happen next, in your life, in the world, and then it's things just like cause you anxiety because naturally, right? Is it fear of the unknown that makes for that uncomfortable, gross feeling inside versus like circumstance where you're just like, oh, same shit, different day. Okay, I gotta deal with this now. Like, didn't expect that, but now here we are. You know, it's almost like we got trust issues with the unknown. I think it's more than almost. I think we got trust issues with the unknown because we feel that maybe there's some evidence that has backed that up in the past. Like, well, exhibit A, like this happened. So clearly I didn't know what was going to happen. And then that happened. And I'm like, that's not what I wanted. So I'm going to not trust you. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we hyper fixate on those instances. Whereas, you've been down and out and like a miracle showed up. But those don't matter to us. Like they literally leave our brain and we just forget that things can also be so magical and so wonderful when we don't know what's going to happen. And subconsciously, I think a part of you loves the surprise when it's good, of course, but it's better than anything to not know how you're gonna, and then just out of nowhere, blah 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 happened. Boom. Why? I think it like cements your worthiness a little more. It just explains, like, of course I am loved. Of course I'm taken care of. Of course. But that's not our norm. That's not our normal relationship with the unknown. And I think we're supposed to be an active relationship to it, so that we can, like, if we're the creators of our own reality, right? Then just active connection to the unknown is key, and not just to like manipulate, because that's, I think, where the dissatisfaction and the disappointment come from, when you're like, damn, I thought I was manipulating that like perfectly. And then you realize that you were manipulating that you were trying for a result, for an outcome that was like literally, that was your goal, wasn't it? Versus like, I'm going with the flow, I'm doing all the things. But what you were really trying to do is be a good little human, and get your stuff done in a spiritually correct way, so that the unknown can like you, and it can give you the things, right? Do you like me, unknown? Are you people pleasing the unknown? Come on now. No. Oh, that's it. You're people pleasing the unknown. You're trying so hard. And it doesn't work with people. It doesn't work in life. So why would it work with the unknown? Because you're scared, because that's your natural response. If you're drawn to this, you're my people, and I know a little bit about people pleasing, about just trying so hard to earn love, to earn respect, to earn your place, just by being. Like, just it should be actually just by being. I think that's what I'm getting. Like, it's the real deal is like, you deserve it because you're here. That's it. Like, you don't gotta do all this, but yet here we are. We're spiritually awakening, and we're aware, and we're working with our shadows and our problems, and here we are doing the same shit that we're healing from in human life to the universe. Do you like me? Look at how much I trust. Look at how much ew. And I know the divine just looks upon us with compassion and just like, oh baby, it's okay. You don't gotta do all that. But damn, do we do that? Yes. So the unknown is scary as fuck. And we're like, you good, unknown? Because like, I have been very positive today. I'm doing all the things. And it doesn't care. It doesn't care. It's just literally a conglomeration of what we put in there, right? So I think the thought of the day, now that I'm like, oh my God, we're just people pleasing the universe. No, is it doesn't need that from us. So stop faking your enthusiasm. Stop faking your positivity. I'm not saying add more negativity to the world or anything like that. This is all internal work. It doesn't have to leave the room. You know what I'm saying? But truly, like, if you're annoyed, man, be annoyed by it, and like process it. If you're just like heartbroken, be that. If you're disappointed, and say, man, I am disappointed that did not work out the way that I had originally intended. Because at the end of the day, I know it's all for me and it's teaching me great things. But that doesn't have to feel good. It can be great for you without feeling good first, right? There's so many great things that have happened literally at the heels of great fucking grief and tragedy and all this stuff. But I think it's just easier to surrender when we've hit rock bottom. As crazy as that sounds, it's just is what it is. You're like, I have nothing else to give, so yeah, I surrender. And then magic. Yeah, because I'm here. I'm literally, you know? So I guess like what I've been working on is just like, I don't want to hit that bottom like that. I want it to be like, hey, I made this progress and I'm here, not to get a good grade from anybody. God, like, can I stop doing that? Not from the universe. Like, it really just like will be so, aw, when you do that. Like, it knows you fully, completely. It is you. So there's no pretending. So can I be at a level, at whatever level I'm at spiritually in life, in reaching goals, or whatever you're at, without having to dip down to death, just to spring back up and have some great momentum, right? It can ebb and flow, right? But do we have to go that low? And I think it's the I'm doing everything right tension that is just really messing with things. It's this whole I'm people pleasing the universe. And it wants you to heal that because it knows that's what you're doing. Ew. I don't like it. And it's okay. It's okay that it doesn't feel right. But if it's landing, it's because it's happening. And just realizing like, oh, I don't need to do that. I can be as authentically low as I need to be, knowing that I'm here, knowing that I'm elevating regardless. It's a different feeling than like when we like if you're on the the stages of grief and all of this where you're like at the bottom and stuff and like sometimes like you can't get out because you're like wallowing and or if you're like extreme anxiety and you're worrying and fixated on a problem and you can't stop it and then it's momentum. It's just momentum. And so we take that and say, oh my God, I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing it wrong. So I'm going to do it right, universe. Nah, it's part of it. Momentum is momentum and it will subside. Once you're out of it, you're out of it. You always are. Like it's just like and here, and so it is. Here I am. It is what it is. And you hear that a lot, but like in this sense, it's more like universe, you know it is what it is. You know I didn't want that. And now I'm getting this because it's going to give me clarity for this and it's going to yes, yes, yes. And I'm all for that. And I can also own those shadow parts of me that are like, what the actual fuck? And don't like have the need to for those parts to take over. They don't need to run the show anymore because they're not in the dark closet of my subconscious. They're live and I'm mad. Like everything I don't want to be, I can be that fully and also know that my greater good is leading me here. But I'm honoring all of this while I'm also here. You know? We don't have to reach the dumps to like connect with our shadows. Bring those bitches into the room and say, sit down. I love you too. You are part of this. Come on, speak to the universe. What do you want? I fucking hate that this happened. All right, girl. Like, what else? I'm just really sad. I'm really disappointed. Okay, babe. Let's literally talk about it at this level, up here, where we are. And so you just like hold an audience of your the baddies in your dark closets versus them running the show underneath it all. And then like you start seeing things that you don't want to see in your life happening. And then you blame the unknown and you wanna people please it. Nah. The unknown is just like limitless potential. And I think that's also can be a little bit intimidating. So it's limitless potential. So anything is possible. You just instead, I guess the wrap up thought is instead of trying to people please the unknown, right? Because it's not that the divine is like, I know that you need to not know what's about to happen. The unknown is not to be people pleased. It's to be seduced. It's to be like, I'm in a I'm in an exciting relationship with you, and let's see what happens. Let's see what's happening. But I'm going to be real with you when I didn't like that. I didn't like that because X, Y, and Z. Just be real upfront, but that's not running your life, you know? You're just like, I know it's all for me. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. And my shit is coming. But I didn't like that shit, you know? So I like this idea of like, I know it's a nice surprise you have for me. And I know it just gets bigger and bigger. And you're building momentum for a huge surprise, especially the worse you feel and all that. So just it's all playful. It's all nothing and everything. So if it's nothing, if it's no big deal, like let's go. Let's just truly integrate the upset parts of us into this collaborative process instead of waiting until we're in the dumps to like dig these bitches out. You know, they gotta come. They gotta come with. We're healing. We're not getting rid of them. Like, I hope you know that. They're not going away. They're just like parts that will be like, high five, babe, when things go well. Right? So hope it made sense. So much love to you.